Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. Well, we're hearing things again. Yep, it's about Terence Crawford. Now, word on the streets is that Terence Crawford do not want to fight Errol Spence at 154 pounds in the rematch. He's not interested. This is what we've been hearing this, right? He's only interested in fighting in the rematch with Spence at 147 pounds. This is what we're hearing, okay? Now, we don't know if it's true or not. We don't know if it's a rumor. We don't know, okay? Y'all know this, though. I don't go by hearsay. You know, I have a saying I've been saying for over the last 15 years, and I'm going to say it now. And all you haters out there that been stealing my dance moves and stealing my mannerisms and stealing my quotes and sayings, I see you. And don't steal this. Hearsay is heresy. I can't go by hearsay. There has to be some form of evidentiary documentation, maybe a tweet. You know, Crawford has been tweeting lately. Maybe a Instagram post, something. Maybe an interview of Terence Crawford saying that he don't want to fight Errol Spence at 154 pounds. Now, before I give you my perspective, I have to say this. This is extremely important. Please like this video. And if you have not done so already, subscribe to this channel. Click on the icon, the bell icon, so that you can receive all the notifications when I publish content and when I'm going live in living color. Now, I have to give you my authentic point of view, like I always do, right? But I want to preface my statement with this. It's interesting to me. This is just pure observation. You know, it's just interesting to me. And I think that people are saying Terence Crawford's friend is the one that said that Crawford does not want to fight Spence at 154 pounds. He'd rather fight him at 147 pounds. This is what we're hearing. But remember that time a few weeks ago when I had Terence Crawford's friend on my panel, live in living color, before a live audience? Y'all remember that? And remember the words that he said? Y'all remember the words he said, right? When I asked him a few questions? It's interesting to me that people, well, they didn't comment on that. I'm just saying, you know, everybody's running with the narrative of one of Terence Crawford's friends, which is cool with me. But what about when I had Terence Crawford's friend say some interesting things about the snack program? Nobody said a word about it. It's no problem. Let's get to the story here. My point of view now. Now, the only fight that all of us boxing fans want to see Terence Crawford competing at 147 pounds, well, is against the IBF mandatory challenger. Yes, y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Jaron Boots Ennis. It's his time now. We all want to see Jaron Boots Ennis get a shot at the titles at 147 pounds in the welterweight division. He's earned it, and Crawford inherited it, because when he won all the belts from Errol Spence, he inherited the mandatories of Errol Spence. So why not fight Jaron Boots Ennis if, in fact, Terence Crawford is interested in staying at the 147-pound division? Very simple. It's interesting to me also that we heard Crawford himself say that he can't make the weight no more. Hold on for a minute. Hold on a minute. So you can't make the weight at 147 pounds, right? Okay. But now all of a sudden you can make the weight to fight Spence again when everybody and their mama and grandpa done heard Errol Spence say he is not interested in fighting again at 147 pounds. And even at the post-fight press conference, we also heard Errol Spence Jr. say, I want the rematch at 154 pounds. You see how simple this is? It's very, very simple. Now, what we don't know is what weight class did the contractual agreement obligate both fighters to compete at in the rematch. We don't know what the contract says. We don't know. But what we do know is that the contract mentions a rematch. So we know a rematch is going to happen because Errol Spence, from what we've been told, he activated his rematch clause. So the rematch is going to happen. It's all about at what weight. The only weight that this rematch should happen in is 154 pounds. I mean, think about it in this regard. It has to happen at 154, right? Bud Crawford fans, you would have to agree with that. I mean, I'm sure, Bud Crawford fans, I'm sure you would be surprised, if Terence Crawford, moved from 147 pounds and then go from there and skip multiple weight classes to fight the winner of Charlo versus Canelo at 168 pounds. I'm sure you'd be surprised if he just do that, right? Right. So the smart thing to do and the non-suspicious thing to do from all of the detractors, right, is to fight Errol Spence in a rematch at 154 pounds, get your body accustomed to that weight, and then you can do the same thing that Charlo did, right? And that is move up from the 154-pound division to the 168. I mean, wouldn't that be less suspicious? I mean, I'm just asking questions, and we need answers. So the bottom line in a nutshell is this. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. at 154 pounds, period. Not at 147 pounds, because if anybody is expecting Errol Spence Jr. to make the weight at 147 pounds, you know that it's cap. So stop capping so we can start clapping. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Stop capping so we can start clapping. And that's what the fans of boxing want to see. We want to see entertainment. And we know if this fight happens at 147 pounds, it's not going to be entertaining. Well, it is for Bud Crawford fans who's expecting him to dominate Spence again at a weight we know he can't make. Let's make the fight more entertaining, more competitive, and then let's see who's going to win at a weight class that both of these older guys in their mid to late 30s will be comfortable at. It is very, very simple. Listen, don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.